The perfect pool player doesn't exist. But what if I build one? Right now. Someone with the shot making, the powerful break, the pattern play, the killer instinct, and the creative genius. And here's the thing. By the end of this video, you might realize something surprising, because perfection in pool is not what you think. Let's start with the most obvious thing, shot making, because without it, nothing else matters. And when it comes to pure confidence and execution, Jason's show is on another level. He doesn't just make shots, he expects to make them.
Look at this shot. Look at this shot.
And here is where it gets interesting, because most players think shot making is about aiming, but it isn't. It's about commitment. Watch Jason carefully. Once he is down on the shot, there is zero doubt, just one clean decision and one clean stroke. And this is exactly where most players struggle, because they get down on the shot and then something changes. And in that moment, they have already lost the shot, because every shot is decided before you pull the trigger, not during. So if you wanna improve your shot making, focus on this. Make the decision early. Before you even get down on the shot, decide the exact contact point, decide the speed, and once you are down, no changes. One look, one stroke. A lot of players keep looking back and forth and overthinking. Instead, lock your eyes on the one object, trust your line, and go. Stop fixing the shot mid-stroke. This is the biggest killer. If you feel the need to adjust, get up and reset. Because any correction during the stroke destroys accuracy. Practice under pressure. Here is something simple you can try today. Set up a straight shot. Make it 10 times in a row, but if you miss, start over. Sounds simple, right? But this is where you feel hesitation, doubt, and tension. And that's exactly what you need to eliminate. Alright, so if shot making is about finishing the job, the break is where everything begins. Because before you even take your first real shot, the outcome of the rack is already being shaped. And no one, absolutely no one, understands this better than Shane Van Boening. When Shane breaks, it doesn't look chaotic, it looks controlled. The cue ball stops in the center, balls spread cleanly, and suddenly the table is open. But here is what most players completely misunderstand. They think the break is about power, hit harder, better result, but that's not true. It's about precision at high speed, because if you hit hard but miss the right point even slightly, the rack doesn't open properly and you lose control instantly. So if you wanna improve your break, start focusing on this instead. Cue ball control first. Forget power for a second. Your goal is simple. Keep the cue ball in the center of the table. Hit the head ball clean. This is everything. Full hit means maximum energy transfer, better spread, more control. Build power gradually. Don't start with 100%. Start at 70–80% power and only increase when you can control the cue ball consistently. Watch the cue ball, not the rack. Most players look at the ball spreading, but pros track the cue ball because that's what determines everything. Okay, so try this right now. Break 10 times, but don't care if you pocket a ball. Yes, I'm serious. First, track where the cue ball stops. If you can keep it near the center consistently, your break is already improving. Okay, so if the break gives you control at the start, pattern play is what allows you to keep it. And here is the thing, you don't lose games because you miss shots, you lose because you end up in the wrong place. And no one understands this better than Fedorgorst. Watch him play for a moment, nothing looks spectacular, no crazy shots, no unnecessary risks, and yet he clears the table effortlessly. Why? Because he solves the table before he even starts shooting. Most amateurs play shot by shot, but Fedor plays pattern by pattern. He's not asking how do I make this ball, he's asking where do I need to be 3 shots from now. And that one shift changes absolutely everything. Most players focus only on the next ball, play for any position and fix mistakes mid-run. And that leads to bad angles, recover shots, pressure situations. So if you wanna improve your pattern play, focus on this. Plan backwards. Before you shoot, look at the last ball, then the one before, and only then build your way back. Play for angles, not positions. Most players try to land exactly here, but pros play like this. I need this angle, because angle gives you options. Avoid straight shots on purpose. I know, this sounds strange, but it is critical. When you land perfectly straight, you lose natural cue ball movement. A slight angle gives you control, options, and flow. Okay, so try this with me right now. Set up 6-8 balls randomly, but before you shoot, say your full plan loud. Because once your pattern is right, the shots become easy. And well, if pattern play gives you control, what happens when the pressure hits? Because at some point, every player faces the same moment. The table is open, the run is possible, and suddenly everything feels different. Your stroke tightens, and the easiest shots start to feel uncomfortable. And this is exactly where most players break, but not Joshua Filler. When Filler gets a chance, he doesn't slow down, he accelerates. He doesn't play not to lose, he plays to finish. And that's the difference. Most players under pressure become careful, overthink and try to be perfect. But Filler does the opposite. He trusts, commits and closes the rack. Because at the highest level, hesitation is more dangerous than aggression. You have probably experienced this yourself. You are running the table and then you slow down, you double check everything and you try not to mess up. And that's exactly when it happens. So if you wanna develop that killer instinct, focus on this. Play to finish, not to survive. Instead of thinking don't miss, switch to finish the rack. Keep your tempo consistent, because one of the biggest mistakes is slowing down under pressure. Decide, then trust. Under pressure, players start re-aiming, doubling and adjusting. So instead, make the decision and trust it. And this is exactly what makes Joshua Filler so dangerous. It is not just skill, it is his mindset when it matters. And in professional pool, that is what wins matches.
And he has made a statement there in this final. What?
Alright, so if killer instinct is what helps you finish the rack, what happens when you are hooked, blocked, or completely out of line? Most players see a problem, but Efren Reyes see an opportunity. And here is what makes this even more incredible, because Efren comes from a completely different era of pool. Different conditions, different equipment, less technology. And yet, to this day, no one, absolutely no one has matched what he could do with kicks and banks. Shots that others would never even consider, he played with confidence. Most players try to just hit the ball, guess the angle and hope for a good result. And that's exactly why they rarely get rewarded, because without understanding, kicks and banks feel random. If you wanna get better at this part of the game, you need to change your approach completely. Stop guessing, start observing. Every kick has a pattern, every bank follows a rule. Instead of thinking maybe it goes here, start asking, how does the table react? Use natural angles first. Before adding spin, learn the natural path, because spin without understanding creates chaos. Practice one rail, then expand. Don't start with crazy shots. Start simple, one rail kicks, one rail banks. Visualize the path before you shoot. Before every kick or bank, imagine the full path in your head, not just the first contact, but the entire route. And this is what Efren did differently. He didn't see just the shot, he saw the journey of the cue ball. But here is the thing. Have you ever noticed that Efren didn't use jump cues at all? And this is actually amazing, because even in modern pool, when jump shots are quite common, Efren was still escaping from safeties using kick shots. And that's exactly why he was called the magician. So now, we have built the perfect pool player. Sounds unbeatable, right? But here is the truth. No one, absolutely no one has all of this. And that's exactly why this game is so difficult. Because perfection in pool is not about having everything. It's about knowing what you are missing. So let me ask you, which of these skills are you lacking the most? Let me know in the comments, I'm really curious. And if you wanna actually improve your game instead of guessing what to practice, check out Pool Billiards CO. You will find structured drills, advanced tools, and with the link in the video description, you'll get discounts for premium access. And if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Take care!